hour is here.
Check it out.
And you're locked on to Utah's highest rated, most listened to sports radio station.
It's my station. It's my station.
This is Hans Olsen and Scotty G on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. All right, folks, happy Friday. Hi, Hans.
Hey, Scotty.
How you doing?
Well, doing fantastic. How about you?
You know what? Life is good. Little snow. The weather's good. Sunny. Life is good. There's
Life's
so
good.
many things I could complain about, but you know what? I woke up, still breathing, family still healthy.
That's a nice sweater top.
You like that? It's one of Costco's finest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You've done the Costco thing.
Oh, that's where I buy all my clothes, or is it Costco?
Amen. Sure, I'm going to look like about, I don't know,
See, look at that.
100 other dudes, but whatever.
See, look at that. You'll see that Kirkland logo right there.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Costco, I'll sponsor you. Let's go. Like you need my endorsements. I'll help you.
I like that pullover, man.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
Kirkland's best.
You know what? That was one of the nice things about dropping LBs is when I could go to Costco and buy clothes.
That's got to be nice.
That's a nice, because you can buy like decent stuff for like $12 and there you go. Shirt, pants,
well,
quarter zips.
What's your least favorite?
About Costco?
No, about dropping the LBs.
My 14-year-old son bullies me now.
That, constantly wearing a beanie. You're always cold.
I'm always cold, yeah.
not being able to run an employee into the wall.
I think he still got it.
No,
I think he does. I think he does.
No, like Brody sized me up the other day, and I was like, all right, let's go. And
I don't know if I'd tussle with him.
No, he picked me up. Like, he literally picked me up. And I'm like, bro, you're 14 years old. He's like, well, you don't weigh anything anymore.
Does he got your height yet?
No, I still got him by a couple inches, but he'll pass me up real quick. He's going to shoot right past me. If I can get him to, like you said, if I can get him to like 6'3", 6'4", we got an opportunity there.
Have you ever seen anybody more miserable than Mario Cristobal last night?
Oh, jeez. Hey, Mario, you've surprised everybody. You're doing something that nobody expected you to do. Let your coach hug you from behind.
He couldn't do it.
No.
A little bit of time left on the clock.
Get the F off of me.
Miami scores. They get the go-ahead touchdown. And his assistant coach runs up, kind of grabs him from behind, and, man, he shucked him off quick and turned around and looked at him like he was going to murder him. And it's about the only thing I remember from the game last night. I mean, is that ridiculous that it's like, man, there were a couple things, but I do like his intensity. He is a former offensive lineman.
Yeah, he screams O-lineman.
So he's a former offensive lineman. He's got insane intensity, laser focus, and he didn't look like he was having any fun. I did see a video that I believe it was from last night of him joking around with that punter, the Colts punter.
Oh, yeah?
And have you seen that video?
I have not seen that.
So that guy was like creeping up on him, and Mario spotted him and bull rushed him and underhooked him and picked him up off the ground. And I thought, oh, okay, well, he's having some fun there. So it looked like he was having some fun maybe after, but he's laser focused, man. Can you imagine what a national championship would mean to him in Miami?
Oh, boy. That money, that illegal money. Like I know that there's really nothing illegal anymore, but Miami will find a way to make it illegal somehow because they want to. They're like, this is just who we are. Seeing Michael Irvin ripping off his belt on the sidelines, being weird. Ray Lewis, throwing out. Well, never mind. I probably shouldn't make Ray Lewis murder jokes. It's crazy seeing all these guys on display, and it's like, what is this, 1988? What's going on here?
There are a lot of very famous people that are trying to attach themselves to the Miami Hurricanes.
Yes.
That they have been MIA for 34 years. When's the last time Miami was relevant? 34 years ago?
Yeah. It's like a Ray Lewis prison term, 15 to 20.
Oh, man. Yeah, which is not enough. It's not enough. But people are coming out of the woodworks. Can you imagine? Maybe that's what's got Mario Cristobal so ticked off.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't want them down on the sideline. Yes, sir. Well, he's This is a very popular artist. I don't want it.
You know, the thing that's made him really good there, though, and I think they needed that kind of attitude because Miami was all about the glitz and glitter, and he is not. That dude is all about the business. And maybe that's what they needed to turn that thing around, to make it a more business-like approach and focus in on toughness and anger and hostility and getting back to just old-school football. Because Miami, there's a lot of ways you could describe Miami: fast, athletic, but tough was never one of them over the last 2 decades. Now, that's a tough team.
It's a tough team. Who was the singer that bought part of the Miami Dolphins? That's
Gloria Stefan?
Gloria Stefan.
Oh.
But sir, she's a very well-known singer. I don't want her on my sideline.
I'll take the sound machine, but she can't be here at all.
Oh, my gosh. It's Gloria Estefan. She's got that fruit basket hat on. Put her on the sideline. I don't want her on the sideline. The sideline's already too packed. All right. Well, I guess we'll tell her.
You're going to have to tell her, Mario. I'm not telling her. And then, like, up on the – and this is the thing I always hate is, like, when you've got the yes. Come on, you can't keep this off the sidelines.
No.
She needs to be doing your halftimes.
No, this is like – she is to Miami as the all right guy is to Texas.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, they're tied at the hip.
The rhythm always gets you. Like always.
I know, man. She's way underrated.
But last night at the trophy celebration, you had the sponsor is VRBO, and I guess they're like a kind of offshoot of where the home rental place. Airbnb, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so this lady is up there, and she doesn't know anything about football, but we're so proud to give the honor to the Miami Hurricanes. It's like nobody wants to hear from you. And then they always have like the school president wants to get up there. And to Mario Cristobal's, to his credit, you can hear him in the back go, "Can we get these people off the stage and bring up the players? Or can we?
I did love that.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? He's right there. Like,
I did really love that.
All of these jabronis had nothing to do with it.
Get them off the stage.
There's only 2 people that deserve. Well, 3 groups of people that deserve to be up there. Number 1, the players. Number 1. Number 2, the coaching staff. And number 3, the boosters that paid for all the players.
Yeah, that's right.
Those are the 3 that need to be there.
Those are the ones that won it.
They're the ones responsible for the victory.
Everybody else can stand down below and watch them hold the trophy.
Yes. Academic dudes, get off the. No president, you leave. Nobody wants you. Athletic director, nope, you get to leave too.
No, you're 100% right. They should have the 4 or 5 captains up. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
They should have the head coach right behind them, and then they should have the 5 highest paying boosters.
Yep.
That are right there. And everybody gets to hold the trophy first, and then they can hand it to all the other boosters and all the other players, and everybody else shuts their mouth and gets away from the camera. Because you've already had your time. Like, move away.
Yeah.
But I know everybody's like, yeah, well, VRBO, well, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of money put into it. A lot of TV puts a lot. But when you're handing the trophy, it's the trophy.
Yeah.
That's the championship trophy. Well, it's the the semifinal trophy and the Fiesta Bowl trophy. But I think that these celebrations have gotten way out of hand with how many people get to talk and hold the mic. And it's like, no, just slim it down, hand it to Cristobal, make it fast. Give it to some players. Let them have their time in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Find a couple of offensive linemen that nobody really likes. Put them up there.
It used to be all about the FaceTime. Come on, let them have their FaceTime.
No, they don't need FaceTime. It's like the Scally press conference the other day. All we're there for is Morgan Scally. We don't want to hear about the found blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares about what you have to say. You too. Nobody cares what you have to say. Certainly nobody cares about what you have to say. Get off the stage. Let Morgan Scally talk.
Just hand him the mic.
That's it. Just like, hey, everybody, that's the football coach, and we're going to give him the mic right now. Yeah. That's all you got to do. Nobody's there to hear from the president, the athletic director, anybody else. They just want to hear from the coach.
Yeah. It's Morgan's time.
It's Morgan's time, not your time. It's not you to get up there and talk about the history and prestige of the university. Now, shut up. They just want to hear from Morgan.
and it just took a minute to finally get that. But once we got it.
Give him my number. Give him my number. If they call, give him my number.
Once we got it.
Yeah. Then it was
good.
We went from one of the worst press conferences to probably the best press conference I've ever seen when Morgan just took the mic and started talking.
He was absolutely amazing. so good. But Mario Cristobal moves on to the championship game, and I think we should talk about it.
Let's
we should talk a little bit about that game and what it means.
Let's kick it off. Starting lineup right now, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
This is Hans and Scotty G.
Let's go!
The lineup is set, and it's time to kick off the show with the biggest topic of the day. This is the starting lineup on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans Olsen, Scott Gerard, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. It is time for your starting lineup, all brought to you by Mountain Land Supply. If water runs through it, you're going to get it squared away at Mountain Land Supply. Go to mountainland.com to find the location nearest you. All right, Hans, crazy game last night, back and forth. It's what you wanted. A lot of offense, a lot of great drives, a lot of finishing drives, a lot of great moments down the stretch, and somehow Miami, not favored in the first round, not favored in the quarters, not favored in the semis, but now they are in the championship game.
The other reason it was amazing is because the SEC is officially eliminated from the championship game.
God bless America.
We've all got to stop and take a look at this.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Like, this is getting to a BS level. This is extremely irritating. The SEC occupied 5 of the top 10 spots on the final CFP. And not a single one of the 5 is going to be representing in a championship game. Only one of the 5 represented in the semifinals.
Yes.
And not one of the 5 in the championship game for now consecutive years. Yet we keep putting 5 SEC teams in the top 10. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
How does this happen every single year? They get insane benefit of doubt. They are handed early APs. They're handed early CFPs. They are given all kinds of credit for their losses, being bad or good. They're given all kinds of credit, whether it's a conference loss or even a good team out of conference loss. Well, we can't hold that against them. And they had 5 SEC teams in the top 10 in the final CFP, and not one of them makes it to the championship game, and only one of the 5 represented in the quarters. I just think we all need to stop and take a look at this and say, wait a second, where are we going and who's leading us? Because the SEC is leading us. We're not letting football, we're not letting talent, we're not letting coaches, and we're not letting on-the-field play lead us. We're letting the SEC lead us. We're letting Greg Sankey, and you talk about Sankey all the time, Scotty, we're letting Greg Sankey lead us. Somebody's got to stop it. Somebody's got to get in front of it and say, hey, I know that you got a big voice, Sankey, and I know you pull in a big paycheck, Sankey, but shut up. Shut up. Take a back seat. You see the seat behind Miami, and then you see that seat behind Indiana, and then there's a seat behind Oregon. Just keep going. Keep going. You're going to sit all the way back there until you do anything worth note.
Hey, you see the Mountain West over there? Go sit by them.
Do you see Boise State back there?
Yeah, Boise, Tulane, go sit by them because you have had about as much success as they did. Now, you talk about this year. This is the 3rd consecutive year we will not have an SEC team win a national championship. With all the odds that they get, all the entries they get, 3rd consecutive year, there will not be an SEC team winning a national championship. And I just want, just for the sake of argument here, 2 things. If this was the Big 12, and they're like, you know what, the Big 12 had a great season, we're putting 4 Big 12 teams in the college football playoff, and those 4 teams, only one of those teams made it to the semis, and then they lost. None of the 4 made it to the championship game. Everybody and their dog on the worldwide leader and everyone else like, we said the Big 12 didn't deserve it. We kept telling you they didn't deserve it. They were frauds all season long. Nobody's saying that about the SEC. Nobody's saying that about the SEC.
Not,
if the roles were reversed with any other conference, maybe outside of the Big Ten, people would be losing their minds at how horrible they are. Yeah. And then second of all, if it was take BYU's situation and put them in the SEC, they go 10-2 in the regular season. and they lost to Georgia in the regular season, and they lost to Georgia in the championship game, they would be in the college football playoff. You take Utah, you put them in the SEC. Their only 2 losses were to Georgia and Alabama, those 2 teams who played in the SEC championship game. Guess what? They're in the college football playoff.
Yeah. Yep.
And BYU and Utah had every right and would have performed just as well as any other SEC school in this year's college football playoff.
Well, watching Ole Miss last night, they had some good moments.
Yes,
Same with Miami.
sure.
Miami had some good moments. I feel like Utah and BYU could have been right in those games.
Toe-to-toe with either one of them.
Should have had an opportunity.
Yes.
Because I feel like both the trenches, I feel like Utah's offensive line could compete with that Miami defensive front. And if they can compete with that front, they can compete with anybody. The same with BYU. I think BYU's offensive line would have had a fine time, and I think that Aaron Roderick would have had some good game plans. This is the irritating thing. We never get to see it. Utah is just kind of a side product, and nobody's talking about it because it was a Vegas Bowl, and it was like, man, it was such a nosedive to what could have been a great season. And the same with BYU. All right, so you don't want to select BYU. BYU sits at number 12, and now BYU, they get this really nice Pop-Tarts Bowl over a good Georgia Tech team. By the way, a Georgia Tech team that comes out of the ACC that is out representing in the national championship game. Mm-hmm. They didn't see Miami, though, did they?
I don't think so, no.
No, I don't think Georgia Tech ever saw Miami. But still, it's starting to prove that Miami was pretty darn good, and SMU, who beat them, and Louisville, who beat them, must have been pretty darn good.
Yep.
To get those wins. It's actually shocking to me, Scotty, that we just do this year in and year out, and because of the last 20 years, we just assume that those teams are going to be good.
The rules have changed because if you go back to the way college football was established 5 years ago, 10 years ago, yes, the SEC was the best because they were cheating and they had all the best talent. There's no doubt. They had the best talent. There's a reason why Alabama, Georgia, LSU were winning national championships, and then Clemson was sprinkled in there a little bit. But there's a reason why, because they could, they had the rules stacked in their favor. Now everybody can go out and pay players. And so the playing field has been crazily leveled, but yet we're still stuck in the mindset of 5-10 years ago where we think the SEC is so much better than everybody else, and they're not. They're not. The landscape has changed. Utah is every bit as good as Alabama right now. BYU is every bit as good as Miami is right now because everything has changed. The landscape has changed. And guess what? Next year, BYU is going to be better than both those schools. Not just as good with the news of LJ Martin. We'll get to that coming up here next. But BYU is going to go toe-to-toe with anybody next year.
Yeah, they should. They should. With the return of the talent, they should. And I tweeted out yesterday with some of the news of who's coming back and what's happening. I tweeted out yesterday, I said they better be an AP top 10. Because if you start force-feeding us SECs and you pump us full of half of the top 10 being SEC, I'm just done. I'm so over this over-speculation. Everything is leveling out. Everything is leveling out. As you can now pay players, everybody's going to bat. Texas A&M is paying them. Look at what Colorado's doing. Colorado's starting to shell out money. They're trying to keep prime and give them a reason to stick around. So if thinking to yourself that 5 SEC teams in a 12-team playoff isn't good enough, okay, five SEC teams in a 12-team playoff. Think about this. The SEC occupied half of the top 15. They had almost half. They had 7 teams represent in the top 15 of the final CFP. So if 5 representing in 12 isn't enough, then just look at your top 15 and say, wait a second, so we had a conference that was occupying half of the spots of a top 15. Half. And we get one of those to a quarterfinal, and we can't get any of those to a championship game? Something's broken. And props to the Big Ten, and props to the ACC, and props to the teams that are spending money. Indiana has gotten in the game, and props to Indiana. Texas Tech has gotten in the game, and it was not the outcome that any of us wanted. Honestly, we talk about things that gag us as media, that put a zipper on our lips. Texas Tech losing like that, it put a zipper on our lips.
Yeah, they neutered us pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't sit here and stomp our feet and say, well, look at what you missed. Because Texas Tech, man, they screwed up.
Yeah.
And it took our legs out from under us. But the thing is that's still a really good team. Just didn't have it. The quarterback wasn't there. But the quarterback projections are looking better. I don't know. Maybe better. So is Sorsby better? I don't know.
Well,
he's a dual threat. He's a tough kid.
but you know what Texas Tech did, though, is they said, what was the biggest thing holding us back? We didn't have a good quarterback. So let's go out and buy the best quarterback available. Now, I'm with you. I don't know if Sorsby is going to be a great match, but there's no doubt that according to all the rankings, he was the best quarterback available. And what did Texas Tech go do? Went and got the best.
Got him. Do we have an announcement on Sam Levitt? Because I almost think I'd take Sam Levitt over that kid.
Sam Levitt is now flirting with Miami. He's in Miami today.
Oh, my gosh. That kid
So
is
Beck's
on.
out.
That kid is on the wine and dine line, man.
Yes. You know, and
Holy
I don't know if this
cow.
is public knowledge or not, but I guess Dallin Levitt is representing him, his brother. And I love Dallin. Dallin's a great dude. And I got to imagine those two guys shopping around his services, yeah, they're going to make it happen. Dallin's one of the most competitive dudes on the planet and one of the most emotional dudes on the planet. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. They're going to find a way to make it work somewhere.
I know a lot of people can't stand him and kind of all around the place can't stand him. But the one thing I always respect is the depth of competitiveness.
Oh, yeah.
And I get it. It's despicable. Some of the things that they've done. It's the same with Kyle Whittingham. People can't handle how competitive he is. Or the same with Sam Levitt. They can't handle how competitive he is. But, Scotty, in the world of sports, man, you got to cut throats and you got to be competitive. And people can say, well, you got to keep your self-dignity. You got to, man, no, you know, when everything settles out and these guys can't play the game anymore, they need to have what money they could possibly get.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to see Sam Levitt stay at Arizona State because I still wanted to see BYU with an opportunity to serve redemption to Dillingham and to Levitt because that was a brutal loss in that Sun Devil Stadium. It was tough. And they won't get an opportunity to do that. Where's Kenny Dillingham?
He's still at Arizona State.
So he stayed and signed an extension because he was sitting there begging for money.
Yeah, he was flirting with Michigan. And then I don't know how that broke up. If Kyle ended up breaking up that potential marriage when Kyle became available, I'm not sure. But, yeah, he's staying put and now is still begging for money.
It's still begging for money. You see why.
Oh, yeah.
We all see why.
You have to.
It's so broken, and money's going to win it.
Yeah.
And speaking of money, a lot of breaking news for BYU.
Let's get to it. Coming up next, Hans Olsen, Scott Gerard. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Number one.
Miss any part of the show? Every moment of every show is available in podcast form by searching Hanson Scotty on your favorite podcasting platform or online at KSLSports.com. This is Hans Olsen and Scotty G on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Scott Gerard, Hans Olsen, as we mentioned. Let's get to it, folks. BYU had another very good day in the retention world.
In the retention world.
And the acquisition world.
And the transfer portal world. Everything is going their way right now. And there's only one that has not clarified exactly what his decision is, but I guess that there's audio out there of the soon-to-be defensive coordinator saying he believes Evan Johnson is going to be back. And he's kind of the last one.
Yeah. L.J. Martin, back. Bear Bachmeier, back. This team's loaded next year.
Everybody.
Yeah.
There were two defensive players that it was almost like we were closing up the broadcast for the Pop-Tarts Bowl. And my mind already had started to settle in on, I think Satawala's probably gone. Glasker's probably gone. Just thinking about different options, because at that point we knew Kyle had taken the Michigan job by that time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And there was a lot of rumors on who might do what and who might go where. And it was like, geez, if anything heads towards Michigan, those are the first two guys that you grab and go with you, because those are two top Big Ten players if they were to play in Michigan. So I kind of almost resigned, like, oh, man, this is going to be tough. And we just see it systematically, one after the other. I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back. And the momentum is picked up. And losing the McKenzies is tough because I think that they're athletic freaks. I don't think that they ever got the opportunity. I don't think they were tapped out. I think that you probably could have given them more role and more opportunity. Probably been good because they're great athletes. But you lose them. Outside of that, Scotty, can you name another player? There's a couple. I think there's 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But not names that any of us would really talk about.
And they're probably names that were encouraged to go in the portal, too.
Some would definitely.
Yeah.
For
and
sure.
because,
Yeah.
I mean, that's going on everywhere. And if you're a coach and you're not doing that, well, shame on you. Because, look, if kids can leave, then you can clean your roster as well. And so that goes on every school. Every coach admits it, that they have these hard conversations at the end of the season saying, hey, you know what? We've recruited over the top of you. You're not going to get any playing time. So it might be in your best interest. In fact, it is in your best interest to go in the portal. We'll help you find a place. We've got a lot of connections. We'll try to get you somewhere that you can get on the field, but just know it's not going to be here. And so when you see a lot of people hit the portal, you know that some people you don't want to lose, but there's also a good chunk that the coaches did want to lose.
Yeah, asked to move on. Okay, so let's go through it. I'm going to go through some of the big names that have announced they'll be returning, all right?
Okay.
We'll start with the offensive line. Bruce Mitchell and Andrew Gentry were 2 big names and great returns. There's others, but I'm just giving you kind of the top of the list. Bear Bachmeier is back. By the way, congratulations to McKay Hillstead.
Yeah.
McKay Hillstead goes back to Logan.
Yep.
Will he be received well there? I'm hoping.
He will. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some jackwagons up there. They'll be like, you went to be, shut up. No.
Yeah,
Look,
embrace him. Love him.
Embrace him. He had some good moments for you, and he's not going to be he's not been given the week 1 starter job. They didn't have any quarterbacks in that room left.
Right.
And they've got a couple freshmen they really like that are coming into the program. They'll be there in spring. So McKay's going to battle for the job. Nothing's been guaranteed to him. And if he wins it, great. Then go support him. And either way, support him.
The way I look at it, McKay Hillstead is Riley Nelson, and Riley Nelson played for Robert and I, didn't he?
Yes.
So if you're looking for go fast, go hard, McKay's the man.
Yeah.
So embrace him because he could take you to a Mountain West Conference championship
I don't
or a
disagree
Pac-12
with that at all.
championship.
Yep.
I guess I got to get used to that now.
Yeah, that's true.
Pac-12 championship. So Bear Bachmeier back, Parker Kingston back, which is big time. L.J. Martin back. And I'm not really mentioning the transfer portal guys, but there was a 4-star receiver from Oregon that was signed out of the portal that's 6'6".
Yeah.
And I was watching some of his film. He's a real freak.
Like 230 pounds or something like that?
Yeah.
220?
220.
220,
Yeah,
that's
220. Right. He's a beast. Keanu Tanabasa back. Anisi Purcell back. You can kind of throw in the others. Pulhan, Akana, and Clegg are more than likely back. Glasker back. Isera back. Those are 2 big ones. Falata Satawala back. Raider Damuni back. Therian Alexander back. These are all your big primary players. Now you fill a couple portal roles, and not only that, but you keep your offensive staff intact, so nothing changes there. And you move a defensive personnel out of the coaching room into the defensive coordinating area. You keep Gary Anderson, so you're keeping everything pretty much the same as it was with Jay Hill, other than who's calling the plays. And you've got yourself some real continuity from the coaching staff, which is important, where these players have familiarity and they understand what's asked of them. Now, if they hit the ground running and they don't start sniffing their own glue, they don't start eating their own Elmers.
I wasn't going to say.
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't going to say.
You were.
No.
If they don't start eating their own their paint chips,
Yeah.
then these guys can take a next step. Now, if they sit there and they're like, yeah, do you remember the time when we were playing Georgia Tech in the Pop-Tarts Bowl?
That was awesome.
It was so awesome. And it's so hard not to do that.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
It's so hard not to do it because you have these highlight moments in your career, and it's so fun to be like, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember when I did that.
Well, I got to imagine you and the rest of your crew sitting back and watching that 96 team. You're like, this is what we do every year.
That's exactly it. It's like, oh, it's just kind of given that
Yeah.
we do big things and we win 14 games per season. That's
Yeah.
how things go. And that's not how things go. You have to put the work in, and I'm hoping these guys all stay humble. They all stay hungry. That's Kalani's saying. And you add the transfer portal pieces. And did you just bring up another portal player, a tight end?
For BYU?
Yeah.
I did not. Not that I.
The Lions kid?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, the USC kid. Ryder Lyons' brother. Walker Lyons, I want to say. Yeah, he's committed to BYU.
So you saw that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was that a long time? Has everybody known that?
I think it was. It's been rumored forever, but I think it just was official today. Either he made the statement or somebody came out and said that that is going to go down.
Well, that's what you need. You've got to have a very consistent, very founded tight end because you lose Carson Ryan. I mean, you could go between Carson Ryan and Chase Roberts as the biggest loss offensively, and people are going to hate me for this because people see one thing and not the other, but I think Carson Ryan's the bigger loss. When you lose a foundational blocker, he was everything, man. The amount of times he led block for Parker Kingston on screens, on end rounds, on ditch out passes, he was always out front blocking. He was always great on his combos. Carson Ryan was the most underrated blocker. And the other thing is, how does he not get a Big 12 mention?
No, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Carson Ryan was brilliant. And how good was he in the Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Awesome.
Which he needed to be because he is an NFL-level talent. He just needs the opportunity. People are going to kill me for that. But this is my eyes. This is what I see. This is the football through my eyes. Call.
Now, Hans.
So that's how I see it. I think Carson Ryan's probably the biggest loss.
Yeah. Shifting gears a little bit of breaking news. 6 minutes ago, Utah transfer Jonah Le'ea committed to Michigan.
Okay, that's the defensive tackle.
Yep.
Dang. So now you've lost Dallas Vakalahi and you've lost Jonah Le'ea.
And that was one where you probably, and I know Utah did everything in their power to keep Lewis Powell. And Michigan said, we want you. And Lewis had a tough decision to make. But because Michigan got him, I think that's why you're seeing some of these guys follow him.
So that's John Henry Daly and Jonah Le'ea that are following Lewis Powell. The crazy thing is Dallas and Jonah belong to Luther Ellis. He's coaching the interiors.
Oh, that's right.
John Henry Daly belonged to Lewis Powell.
That's true.
So that's confusing to me. I don't know why they would leave Luther unless they were directly attached to Lewis Powell.
Maybe Lewis is the lead recruiter on it and had the connection. I don't know.
Could be. But the good news is Cash Dillon, I think it was yesterday, announced that he was going to be back with the team. Have we heard anything from Lance Holtzclaw? He's recommitted? Okay. All right, let me get my highlighter. Scotty sees you see all the names I've got slashed out and highlighted and all this crap. Trying to keep track of all this stuff is bothersome. Trying to keep track of Utah and Utah State and BYU. It's a mess trying to keep track of all
It's
these
a real
guys.
pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie.
It is. It's a mess trying to keep track of all of them, but that's good. So Holtzclaw and Cash Dillon back. That's really good.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer you lose Aliki. He graduates. You lose Jonah and Dallas to the transfer portal, and you've got some rebuilding up front.
All right, 1246, Hans and Scotty, what you may have missed coming up next. The Hammer. That's right. We have not talked to John Wilner in a while. He'll join us coming up at 105 right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
You're locked on to Hans Olsen and Scotty Chin.
That's right. Yeah!
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans Olsen, Scott Gerard, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Time for another edition of What You May Have Missed. And, Boy, get ready, folks. We're going to have another round of lawsuits coming as after last night's game, Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad Chambliss, his waiver for the 6th year of eligibility has been denied by the NCAA. That would effectively end his career and cost him millions of dollars that he would pick up by returning to Ole Miss next year. But the NCAA says no, and shockingly, Ole Miss and Trinidad and his representatives have all said they plan on not only firing a waiver, but also getting a lawsuit prepared to get him a 7th year of eligibility. 7 years.
Thanks, Paiva.
Yeah.
You know why I'm so ticked.
Because
this is killing high school recruiting.
Yes. Yep.
It's slaughtering it. I'm sitting here. I've got Scotty here next to me. I've got this quarterback film pulled up. This kid, Aiden Dunn.
West Jordan kid. And I'm showing Scotty. This kid is wrist flicking at 50 yards. He's stepping into the pocket. He's well trained. He's a dog. He's a dude. He can't get an offer out of the state. Can't get an offer. He can't get a major D1 offer. It's like, how? This kid is incredibly good. I've just got the film pulled up. I was going through different quarterbacks films, and I come across this kid who's a 2026, and I'm thinking, this kid should have tons of offers. But because we keep granting, there's still kids that are like playing on the 2020 COVID issue. I think so.
There's kids that's like, no, I did play in the 8th game, but I missed a quarter of the 8th game, and I only played 2 quarters in the 9th game.
Yeah.
And who are you to take my ability to make money away?
I was dealing with mental health issues, and I need an extra year.
Bro,
like I'm still
this is slaughtering high school.
It is.
You know my nephew Pojo Latu.
Oh yeah. Pojo should be playing for anywhere he wants right now.
For 2 years, the kid leads in tackles or second in tackles in the state at linebacker, and he can't sniff a D1 offer in the state. It is so hard to get offers in the state. I mean, it's hard. Even with Utah State,
yeah,
it's getting extremely hard. Weber State, really hard. It's just getting more and more difficult because Weber State is now collecting cast-offs. Like you just mentioned this kid that's headed to Utah State. That kid is a dynamo, man. His dad is one of the best running backs in BYU history. His mom was a track star at BYU. They're freak athletes, and they just didn't get the opportunity on BYU's field. So Utah State, they're going to get some good news on this kid because I think he's going to be great. So is Mikhail. I think Mikhail Hillstead will go back to Logan. I think he's going to be great.
I do too. Everybody knows I'm a Hillstead fan.
Hey, and the other thing is like Bronco knows. He brought in Robert and I because he knows we're all headed into this new Pac-12 world. So I need to know you, and you need to know me, and I need to know the talent. And we got to have some familiarity because we're going into uncharted waters. And what was it, 76 new players on the team last year?
Yeah, I think it was even higher if you include missionaries. But I think, 70 to 75, something like that.
It was some absurd number.
Yeah.
He's got to be thinking, I don't want to do that again. I got to have some continuity. These are the things that are just torching us. Because you've got kids that, like there were multiple kids last year that left that were 2018 recruits. They just hung on through medical, through COVID, through everything else. They hung on, and they could hang on because they're looking at the NIL, the earnings potential. But it just kills some of the ability for the talent here in our state to have good things happen for them.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to me because I watch these kids and I'm like, I was a good high school player. I'm looking at these kids, and I played with good high school players. I'm looking at these kids, I'm like, this kid is 5 times better than anybody I ever played with in all my time in high school. Anybody I ever played against or played with. How is this kid getting overlooked? Or how is he not getting an opportunity? And you know what they're doing now, Scotty? They're starting JUCO.
Oh, yeah.
They're starting to roll into JUCO ranks.
Or Division II. I mean, this Chambliss kid, that's his big thing is like, well, I was at Division II. I couldn't make any money. Now I'm at this level. I can make money. And because I had to go that route, I deserve another opportunity to make money.
Hey, where are we with those JUCO rank things? Because remember, they were giving the JUCO years back.
I do think, I think so. I think you get your JUCO year back. But
so a kid can now go to JUCO and still move from.
They did it for 1 year, and I don't know if it was a blanket policy going forward or if it was just okay, we're going to let you go that 1 year. I mean, there's like the guy that you knew, your family knew growing up, Drake Allen at Utah State. He was set to shut it down last year because he didn't have any eligibility. They're like, no, this group can use their junior college year, so that's why he's playing another year at Utah State.
Holy cow, good for him.
Yeah.
How's he playing?
Good, really well.
Well, he should because he's probably 24?
Yeah.
23, 24.
And Mission kid and playing a lot of basketball. And so from his perspective, like, and from a coaching perspective, you want a lot of experience on your team. So there's going to be that appeal there. So I see both sides of it. I understand what this Chambliss kid, like, hey, he's not going to be an NFL guy. He has a chance to make $3, $4, $5 million next year. And so he wants desperately to get back and make that money so he can start his life out well with a huge nest egg. And so he's going to fight tooth and nail to get it. Whereas these high school kids are like, well, I guess I'll go JUCO Division II and hope that I get a call up and then I can make some money. But this is ridiculous. You feel for these guys. You really do.
Yeah, because kids are going to just stick around. They're going to file lawsuits and they're going to win lawsuits.
Yeah.
And people are just going to let them keep sticking around. It's just hard to see so much great talent be overlooked.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.